A little while ago, I had taken my Pietta ACE out and shot it over a rest to see how it would do. One glaring issue was that it was shooting pretty low, probably by a good foot or so. This, of course, can be fixed by filing down the front sight, but before I did that, I wanted to try something. I wanted to try out a conversion cylinder in this before I started filing on anything. For those that aren't familiar with these, a conversion cylinder allows you to shoot fixed ammunition out of a percussion revolver. In a .44 caliber revolver like this one of the more common calibers that can be used is the .45 Colt. These conversion cylinders are not something new. In fact, Remington, Colt, and a few others began developing them for percussion revolvers back in the mid-1860s. The one I'm using is made by Howell Arms, and it uses a pretty similar system of operation that was developed by Remington back in the late 1860s. It uses a cylinder with a removable backplate. To load it, you simply take off the backplate, drop in your ammunition, and reinstall the backplate. With this type of cylinder, each chamber has its own firing pin to hit the primer. When using these cylinders, the manufacturers strongly recommend that only what they call cowboy loads are used in them. And what they mean by that is ammunition that is similar to that used back in the late 1800s. So with a .45 Colt, that means using only lead bullets with a velocity of less than 850 feet per second. So the load I'm using is a Hornady 255 grain bullet with Winchester 231 powder. I chronographed these out of an 8-inch barreled Remington, and its velocity was well under 850 feet per second, so it's perfectly safe to be using in these revolvers. The 255 grain bullet I'm using here is of course quite a bit heavier than the 140 grain round ball used in the percussion cylinder. So the heavier bullet should hit the target higher and hopefully be a bit closer to the point of aim. So my goal is to get this to shoot the point of aim. If it shoots a good group too, well, that'd be a bonus. Well, we'll see what happens. I have the target set up at 15 yards. So, let's hope for the best here. Try to get a good position here. All right. Not looking promising. Well, that didn't work as hoped. So there's the group there. Much better than it was, but still not quite what I was hoping for. I was holding the sights right at the spot there, so it is hitting maybe just a couple inches below where I'm aiming at, so not bad at all, but still not quite what I was hoping for. I got something else to try, so let me go back to the bench and reset up and try something else. Alright, first of all, it just seems that there's something wrong about shooting smokeless powder out of a black powder revolver. So we're going to rectify that right now. What I'm shooting is a .45 Schofield bullet. It's a little bit shorter than the .45 Colt. And I have this loaded with, what do I have it loaded with? 25 grains of 2F black powder with a 250 grain bullet. So we're going to see how well this works through the ACE with the conversion cylinder. All right, let's see what this does here. Now we're talking. I don't remember how much I fired. Yeah, that's it. Now that's more like it. Now that's pretty good. I mean, it's a nice tight group. There's 5 clustered right there, and I threw one a little high, but there's 5 clustered right in there. Still a bit low, and for some reason, quite a bit over to the left too. But that's a tight little group right there. Not to mention that was a lot of fun shooting too. Well, that's that. It is better with the conversion cylinder, but still not quite what I wanted. Close enough though that I'll probably just use it as it is and leave it as strictly a cartridge revolver and not bother with the percussion cylinder in it. Now with the black powder loads especially, it really is a nice revolver to shoot. So that's it. As always, feel free to leave a comment, and once again, thanks for watching.